KaiR, I got a question for you.
Tell me.
I want to know how you would act in this situation, how you would handle yourself. Let's say you found a person to settle
Wait,
down with.
wait. What's my net worth? We gotta start always with the money. Don't try to push me in the corner of a Marxist. Start with the money.
Let's say your net worth
Yeah.
is no, your net worth is, let's say, 500, so 500,000. You have like a house.
I'm 500,000.
Yeah, you have a house.
In cash.
No, you have a house. No, you have a house.
Yo, come on, man. Don't do me dirty like this. Let's start
Okay.
start the
Okay.
scenario good.
Okay. So
I
you
have
have
I
a
have
so you
I
have a
have
you have
I
a
have a
four
house and
you
I
have a
have
house.
500,000 in cash
Yeah,
under my mattress. With
that's that's a different example, man.
No, I'm just kidding.
When
Continue.
when we talk about narcos, we'll talk about that. No, let's say just you have a okay. Let's say your net worth is 500,000.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a 300,000 house and 200,000 in cash. Is that fair? Okay.
It's your scenario, so let's see
Yeah,
what
it
you're
was
trying
it.
to put me into.
So I would have continued either way, but I was just trying to create a perception that you have a choice. So let's say you meet a woman who has the same net worth as you, more or less. You guys grow fond of each other. Both have a similar sense of humor. You both try to become better versions of yourselves. It's like you feel at home with this person when you're with this person. No matter what happens outside, when you go at home, you feel at home. You have that homey feeling. So you say,
Good
you know what?
energy. She's
Good
not a
energy.
bum
She's not a bum.
like
She's
you
not a
open up
leecher.
the show with.
No,
Okay,
she's not a
is
bum.
this your link to opening up the show? Continue.
This is so you guys hit it off. You guys have a year together. After a year, maybe a year and a half, you start moving in. She starts moving in, or you start moving in. I don't know, but it's just the traveling. Why travel every time? So you move in with one another, and it goes. At the beginning, you need to get accustomed to each other's style, each other's routine, but after a while, it just clicks.
Mhm.
So you guys say, you know what? It's time to, let's go for the next step. You guys either consciously choose to get married, or you don't. You just live together without being married. But then at one point in time, she comes and she tells you, we need to, sooner or later, we need to go shopping for the three of us. And you're like, the three of us? Yeah, stupid, I'm pregnant. You're happy. Finally, someone you can, someone, you can leave a legacy. You can build a legacy for someone you can teach. The person can grow. And sooner or later, what do you know? It's a young boy. You guys decide to call him
Lil Kurt.
Lil Kurt.
Lil Jordan Humphries. Hey, shout out to Lil Jordan.
And then after a while, 2 years pass, and she tells you, oh,
Hey, you skip an important part. You're skipping an important part.
what? Let me tell the story first.
Oh man.
You can't influence the story. Come on.
Okay. I'm following the story. I'm just a body,
Just follow the
just a
story.
plant.
Then a year later,
Hmm.
second one
Weird.
comes.
Oh shoot!
So you have two, a boy and a girl. And she tells you everyone. So everyone's telling you, wow. So she tells you, her friends tell you, her parents tell you, wow, KR,
Slinging.
this baby looks exactly like you.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
And you grow to love the kids. You go to practice, you bring them to practice, to music school, to school, whatever. You read to them at the end. You read to them,
They
and
broke me.
at
I'm a different man. I'm a
when
different
you're
man.
different man, and when they're 9 and 8 respectively, the mom tells you, you know what, KR, you've been working hard, you've been hustling, you've been doubling your income, our income. You're, I, you're, let's say if you get married, whether you get married or not is not, you get married with a prenup. That's not important. But it tells you know what, this is going well. I really like it. The kids are happy. But you know what, KR, I, I don't feel it anymore. I'm not happy anymore. You're like, okay, what changed? I don't know. I'm not happy anymore. So you try to work it out, but unfortunately you can't, and you go your separate ways. And you tell the mother of your children, listen, we we may not have worked out, but let's work together for the kids. I'll keep just paying child support for the kids, a reasonable amount, so they can live a bit not luxurious, but comfortable. I know that you manage the money well. You're good with the money.
Mm.
I like it. I can trust you with the money, and we will keep the co-parenting thing. Then one day you're sitting with your parents talking about what happened, and your parents are straight. They're straight shooters. They don't beat around the bush. And they hear you say, yeah, because these kids, I love them, they look exactly like me. They're like, okay, KR, let's talk.
This is why I stopped you 2 minutes earlier. But you did what? You knew what I was going to say. You know me. You know me, dude. But continue. Continue.
They're like, let's stop. Let's stop you right there.
God.
As your parents, we owe it to you to be blunt.
Your wife is black.
Um,
Your girl is black.
let's
You're black.
let's let
Your kids are light skinned. What the fuck are you?
let's 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 be frank. I mean, KR, these kids don't look anything like you.
Yeah. Oh my God. I got God, guys. I
You
got God.
got God. You got God. But you have a relationship with the kids now for 8 and 9 years, respectively. They call you dad. You regard them as your children. You've regarded them as your children for 9 years, 9 and 8 years respectively.
Spend my hard-earned money on them.
Will you fight a child support case so that you wouldn't need to pay it? Or will you continue paying it because it's not the kid's fault that their mom is trash?
Disclaimer. I'll start with a disclaimer because this is a setup technically would never happen. Because that's why you pushed through earlier. Because
I'm gonna let you change the.
I was going to change. You forgot the first part. The DNA test at the start. But I guess I wrote I signed. Maybe I was blinded by love. Let's go by your story, your fictional story by this point. Total fiction. So probably science fiction as well. I signed blinded by love that those are my kids on the birth certificate, right?
Yeah.
At that point, I probably have no. Is there a way to fight that? Even if they are the DNA of the kids are not the same, so they're not my kids. So I cannot. If you cannot find if you cannot fight it, I'm not gonna start a case. If you cannot overturn that,
So it depends on the jurisdiction.
yeah, because when you're fighting a case, so let's say the kid is
Because you can ask to be, so depending on the jurisdiction, you can ask to be removed as a legal father and to place the real legal father in your place.
oh really? Can it? The
It dep-
biological father as the real father.
the biological, yeah, the biological father, yeah.
I
So
didn't
you
know
can,
that.
but it depends, of course, which jurisdiction we're talking
Jurisdiction.
about.
Okay. If that's possible, I will fight it. I will still be in those kids' lives. Lovely kids, probably. Shitty mom.
The mom will say, if you don't pay, you won't see them.
It's a shame there is no fading in the camera. Otherwise, it's hey. I would love to. I mean, I don't blame the kids. I don't blame the kids. I would love to be in their lives, but I'm not gonna.
You're gonna say no
I
to
would
that.
love to be. I would love to be in their lives, but I'm not gonna pay to be in their lives, and they're not my kids. That's a different level.
Yeah, okay.
Not
Okay,
even if. Yeah. So I
continue.
would say. I would say lovely kids. And if it's possible to remove my name from the birth certificate as the biological father and the legal father, please do that and put the real father in there. I would be the, let's call it, dad number two. I'm gonna give the kids are gonna get gifts when it's their birthday.
Yeah, okay.
No, not 20,000 word of gifts, but they're gonna
All
get
right.
something.
All right,
So
cool.